Do you sometimes get the feeling that you need to spend? Particularly right after getting paid, you might feel the urge to buy something, anything. It's no surprise that Americans spend an average of $314 every month on impulsive purchases. This could be any purchase made without prior planning. For example, adding a few snacks to your cart at the checkout that weren't on your grocery list, or visiting a clothing store just to browse and then walking out with a brand new jacket. Or perhaps treating yourself to an expensive dinner after a stressful day at work. Society has conditioned us to believe that we need to treat ourselves by spending money. But how does that work? You work hard to earn money, only to spend it in a few minutes. How does that truly satisfy you? I'm not saying all impulse purchases are bad. They're a natural part of life. However, when things get out of control, impulsive spending habits can destroy your finances and prevent you from building wealth. Just imagine if you invested that $314 every month into the S&P 500 index for 10 years. With the S&P's average annual rate of return at 11%, you'd have over $68,000. There's nothing like the power of compound growth to put things into perspective. So, how do we manage our impulsive spending habits? It's simple. Always consider the emotional aspects of your finances. Personal finance is not just a matter of math or logic, it's deeply emotional. Humans often spend based on their emotions even when logic is involved. Sometimes we really don't put much thought into our purchases. Here are habits that could help you control impulse buying. Number 1, practice calmness. When you're too caught up with your desires and wants, you become susceptible to impulsive purchases. But when you're calm, your initial response to something you see is relaxed and not, "I want that." Seneca said it well. No man, however, enjoys a blessing that brings anxiety. He is always trying to add a little more. A lot of the things come with hidden costs. Think about buying a new phone. It will likely need a new phone case and a newer set of headphones so you can maximize its features. Or if you're switching from Android to the Apple ecosystem, you'll likely want to replace your laptop and smartwatch with Apple products too. So it's all about mindfulness. By giving yourself the space to think through your purchase, you can determine if you really want or need something first before buying it. Number 2, being moderately analytical. People who analyze everything usually take it too far, which leads to analysis paralysis. The other end of the spectrum, purely buying on instinct, is also not good. However, being moderately analytical is a highly useful trait. You analyze your desires and impulses by adding an extra step before you act. Simply ask yourself, why do I want to buy this thing? If you're buying it for the benefit of other people, like getting an overpriced car just so your friends and colleagues think you're a success, then I don't recommend it. As much as possible, only buy something because you really need or want it for yourself. Number 3, delaying purchases. Good things take time. Sometimes we get impatient and we want things now. This is the way to impulse purchases that we regret later. So the next time you're in or near a store and you didn't plan to buy something, commit to following through on your intention. Don't buy, even if you see something you want. Give it time. If you really want or need to buy something, you can always come back to buy it. Remember, we live in a capitalistic society. Products will be there. Things will go on sale in the future. You're not missing out on anything. Number 4, self-control. This one is obvious. Self-control is one of the most important personality traits in life. Think of the famous marshmallow experiment, where the kids who had the most self-control showed better odds of success than the ones who didn't. If you can control your urges to spend on things you encounter, you will feel better about yourself. Remember that self-control is like a muscle. The more you use it, the better it becomes. First, start with small things, like avoiding small treats at the grocery store that you didn't really plan to buy. After a while, you can resist everything if you want. Because after all, it's your money. You can do what you want. But the decisions should always be in your own hands. Number 5, shop smart. Shopping smart is all about making careful choices to help you save money when you buy things. Start by keeping an eye on sales at your favorite stores. Buying items when they are on sale helps you spend less. You should also look out for coupons, which can reduce the cost of products even further. Another tip is to consider choosing generic brands over name brands. Often, these products are just as good but cost less. Planning your meals around what's on sale and what you already have at home can also help you save. This way, you buy only what you need and use items you already have, reducing waste and extra spending. Number 6, use cash instead of credit. Using cash instead of credit cards for everyday purchases can be a helpful way to manage your spending and save money. When you pay with cash, it's easier to feel the impact of the money leaving your wallet, which can make you more mindful of how much you're spending. This physical interaction with cash often makes you think twice before making a purchase, helping you to prioritize your spending on what you really need or value. On the other hand, when you use a credit card, it's easy to overlook how much you're actually spending because the payment is delayed. This delay can sometimes lead to overspending, as it might not feel like you're using real money at the moment. Furthermore, relying on credit cards can also lead to accumulated debt due to interest charges if the balance isn't paid off in full each month. By using cash, you can avoid these pitfalls. It keeps your budget straightforward and helps you avoid the potential for accruing debt and interest charges. This simple switch can be a powerful step towards better financial health. Number 7, maintain and repair. Maintaining and repairing your possessions can have significant financial benefits. When you take good care of the things you own, from appliances and cars to clothing and electronics, you help prevent small issues from becoming big, expensive problems. Regular maintenance, such as cleaning, servicing, and checking for wear and tear, ensures that your items function well for a longer period. For example, regularly changing the oil in your car and checking tire pressure can prevent major engine damage and tire wear, respectively, which are much more costly to fix than the routine upkeep. Similarly, removing lint from a dryer or cleaning the coils behind your fridge can improve efficiency and prevent these appliances from breaking down prematurely. By fixing issues when they are still minor, you can often manage the repairs yourself or at a lower cost than if you let the problem worsen. This proactive approach not only saves money on repairs, but also extends the lifespan of your possessions, meaning you won't need to replace them as often. This is not only good for your wallet, but also better for the environment, as it reduces waste. Every day, you'll find offers that are only valid for limited time only, and there's truth in it. But the real truth is this: our time is limited, and that's exactly why we need to get clear on what truly matters to us. Because when you know what you want, these false time constraints that marketers like to use will cease to take hold of you. People sometimes go through life like a bulldozer. That's where mindfulness comes in. Always try to take a step back and ask yourself, do I really want this right now? Can this wait? And whenever you buy something that you realize you don't need, build the habit of returning it. It might be a little inconvenient, but once you have this in your system, you tend to become more careful with your buying decisions because you know you'll take the inconvenient route of returning it. When you slow down, you avoid impulsive spending and save money you can use for better things. Thanks for watching. If you found these tips helpful, consider subscribing for more insights and advice on managing your finances